The way I got into crypto was, how can I still trade the financial markets whilst maintaining my current lifestyle? So then I figured out the crypto markets are open 24/7.
That's the beauty of it.
Which surprised me. But I'm like, whoa, this is a perfect opportunity for me. Let me learn about it.
Alrighty, we are back, and
We're back.
This is a very special moment. We've teamed up. Well, we've linked up with Tapping the Crypto fan over here, Mohak.
Held him hostage. He can't escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mohak, welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me on.
I just want to say, like, Tommy, Pav, and I were all standing around, chatting shit as we like to do, and Mohak came up and introduced himself and said he was a fan of the podcast, and so This is what we love to see. It's people, listeners coming up saying g'day. It's great for the community. And Mohak, you talked a little bit about how you're new into the web, or new into crypto, and you're learning a bit more. What key parts are you looking to focus on educating yourself?
Like, what's my focus?
Yeah.
Well, right now I'm just focusing on learning. I think that's the main focus right now. Mm-hmm. I came from a finance background as well. So I day traded the American equities market.
Yep.
So I was up all night trading that, which is what I like to do. Kind of what I want to get back into.
Yeah.
And then I started working. So I'm like, the way I got into crypto was, how can I still trade the financial markets whilst maintaining my current lifestyle? So then I figured out the crypto markets are open 24/7.
That's the beauty of it.
Which surprised me. But I'm like, whoa, this is a perfect opportunity for me. Let me learn about it.
Yeah.
So I started learning about crypto. The technicals, I think, were pretty similar. So that's generally it. Right now, I'm pretty much focused on... My objective for the conference was pretty much understanding what Web3 actually is.
Yeah, cool.
Delving a little bit deeper into that. I think we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, we were.
What blockchain actually is. Delving a little bit deeper into that. And then understanding how different cryptocurrencies have different uses within Web3 and their specific blockchain.
Yep.
So I think that's kind of my main focus.
Yep.
Once I've understood that, then I'll be looking more into, okay, how can I actually use this information to invest
Cool.
in cryptocurrency, differentiating the bullshit from the good shit, really.
I like it.
That's a good approach. I like that. Trying to differentiate the bullshit.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Maybe we should do a bit more of that.
Yeah, well, we try.
Yeah, we do try.
Yeah.
What I really liked about Mohak, and he came up to me, he said, the three things I'm trying to divulge over the weekend is, what is Web3, what is blockchain, and what is crypto? And then from there, once I've educated myself, how can I do that to find, valuable cryptocurrencies and actually make some money in the space? Which is a little bit of a different approach from most beginners in crypto.
Yeah, I think my beginning was just aping, bought Bitcoin at the top of 2018 market cycle.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
bought Solana
Yeah.
back in 2022 right at the top.
Yeah. We've all been there. We've all been there. But I love that because, most people come up and they don't really care to learn. They don't want to understand what they're investing in. They're just asking, what's the next pump? Like, how do I get rich overnight? So this is what it's all about. Like, and this is what events like this are all about.
Yep.
Mohak, have you got any hot tips?
Have I got any core tips?
No, I'm just kidding. Pav, what about you? Have you got any questions for Mohak?
Yeah, I reckon. I think there's a lot of people that are potentially in the same boat as you, but probably not as organized as you. What do you think was the best? At what point did you realize that was the order that you needed to learn things in? Like, you wanted to get your head around this and then that and that. Was that an easy process to go through?
Well, actually, right now I was just focusing on learning generally.
Yeah.
I was telling you about that. I discovered you guys through the Instagram ad.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've been listening to you guys for around 6-7 weeks.
Okay, great.
So gaining a little bit of information. Subscribe to a bunch of different newsletters.
Yep.
In regards to those specific three, I wanted some sort of an objective that I could come out from the conference with. So I'm like, I don't want to just go to the conference, go to a bunch of talks, and then in one ear, out the next.
Correct.
So last night I was in my hotel and I was thinking, what can I actually get out of this? And I said, what am I struggling with right now? Yes, people talk about Web3, people talk about blockchain, but I think a lot of people throw these buzzwords around.
Yeah, on purpose.
And
I
have a brief overview of it. So I'm I would say I'm not an amateur, but I'm kind of still a noob when it comes to it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know what is Web3 so I can understand the evolution of where things are headed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wanted to understand blockchain because I didn't want to go into it blind. I wanted to understand, okay, different blocks, from what I understand, different blocks. What blockchain actually is blocks, they collect data. So for Bitcoin, we were talking about they record transactions.
Yep.
For other coins, it's contracts. So what's the use of the specific blockchain for that specific cryptocurrency?
Yep.
And then what's the actual use of cryptocurrency
Yeah.
as well? And then merging all these three ideas, my next step after this would be to develop my own investment strategy based
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
if that kind of makes sense.
That does.
It was a bit all over the
Absolutely.
place.
Yeah, no.
I'm trying to gather my thoughts.
Yeah, no, mate.
You were asking all
nailed
the
it.
right questions.
You're more coherent than us most of the time.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe you should replace one of us.
Yeah.
Look, you're asking all the right questions.
Yeah. It all starts with curiosity.
I think
like that.
it's important to understand the basics,
Yeah.
i.e., how blockchain works. What is the purpose of Web3, and then once you have a good understanding of that, that's when you start to divulge into individual assets and the use cases and what
Yep.
purpose they serve, and trying to understand their value in this sort of market.
Yeah.
So,
Like that.
hey, I liked it. I like this chat. I reckon
appreciate
you're on the right track and you'll smash it because
appreciate it.
you're dedicated.
We'll get a portfolio update from you at the next
100%.
conference.
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah, the next
Yeah,
one.
that'll be it's good timing for that.
Yeah. So what were you saying?
How did you guys get into crypto?
I had like mates at home telling me about it in 2017. Like, you got to get into crypto, go into crypto. I was like in stocks and FX before that.
No way.
And then I was like, fine, I'll do it. And I was like at the peak of the market, like when everyone was talking about it.
Yeah.
And so I've just been obsessed with like, all right, how the hell does this thing work? And kind of pulled it apart. But I would say back then it was a lot easier in 2017, 2018. Like, there wasn't DeFi, there wasn't smart contracts. It was either Bitcoin or a shitcoin.
Yeah.
So it was a lot easier to get your head around.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sort of in a similar boat. Like I saw everyone, jumping on Bitcoin and making stacks of cash, and I was like, how do I do that?
Yeah, yeah.
And I kind of, unlike you, I made the mistake of, wanting to get rich overnight without actually understanding what I was investing in.
Yeah.
Got wrecked, learnt the hard way, and kind of here I am. We're both working Swift.
Paid a tuition is the nice way to put it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's a good way of putting it, because you do learn those lessons and you pay for it, don't you? But you come out the other side.
Pressure makes diamonds.
Oh, baby, you said it best. Alrighty, well, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, mate.
No, I appreciate it.
We'll have a
Really
drink
nice to meet
tonight.
you guys.
Have a drink at the after party.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me.
Anytime.
Thanks,
Anytime.